What do we got on tap for the rest of the day after this?
I know I'm going to the mall with my girlfriends, and then we might be going to St. Pete later. Just going on St. Pete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. It's gonna be
That's
a
all
little
that I
chilly
got.
out there, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad last night. I know we were inside for most of the night, but like I said, I'm originally from New Jersey, so I have a little bit more of a tolerance, and all my roommates are from Florida.
Oh, yeah. My old man was from Jersey, and it would be funny. It'd be 30 degrees out, and he'd have shorts on. And he said, as long as my top's good, I'm fine. I don't worry about my bottom. I'm like, man, you are a tough SOB, man.
I was never that tolerant. I do feel as long as my top good's, my bottom's good. Like I could do shorts and like a sweatshirt, but like I couldn't do full shorts.
Of course, then I get some of those Canadians, and I mean, they're like, oh, this is a summer day. And I'm like, oh, God.
My cousin used to like snowboard in Canada in like a tank top, and I was like, how the hell?
Oh, wow. I guess if you're moving around a lot and you're sweating a lot, you probably want to have some good ventilation, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather go water skiing.
I was never good at that. I could never get up.
Now I was talking, I'd be the one driving the boat.
Ah. That's a little more fun too, because you can see that
Exactly.
person. There's bigger tubing though. My
Yeah,
dad
tubing's
not
a
hold
lot
back.
of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do like tubing, if you ever get a chance, go down to Jenny Springs.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful little state park, I believe it is. Man, he's like 86 shots. So do you guys do any fishing down there in St. Pete, or just kind of hang out and peruse around the town?
I think we're just going out because she has a roommate. Not a roommate, a friend that lives there. So I think we're going after dinner time and just going out to some of the bars or a club or something. I think we're going to Goodnight John Boy's, which is like a disco club, which I'm really excited for because I love that era of music.
Nice.
I want to go to the right. I feel like a lot of times I gotta go to the left.
Okay. Doing good. So let's kind of take a look at this real quick, okay? And then we'll take a look at the overall motion, okay? But let's take a look and see what the Sports Box had to say. So first and foremost, the big thing, it had 5 things that we want to kind of work on here, right? So making a fuller turn is the number 1 thing. So in a list of rank, that's number 1 right there, okay? Shifting to the lead side, I think if we can make a full turn, that kind of starts taking care of itself, right? Okay. Maintaining posture, kind of one of the same things. If I can kind of get you to do the same thing, those start to kind of clear themselves up right there. Getting to your lead side, same thing. Stop scooping. So one of the other things that it's kind of seen here a little bit is probably at the bottom kind of scooping or trying to help the ball up. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. We want to try to have the feeling that we're hitting down through it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So instead of kind of like pulling it like up, just kind of like doing a full swing.
Correct. So I want to kind of have, and let me kind of jump on in there real quick on you, okay? Okay, so what the little device is kind of telling us here is that, and just want to have a little discussion with you, is that when we get into impact, you're kind of going like this. You see that? Like trying to lift the ball up. Is that something that you kind of feel like you do?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me kind of show you what we want to kind of feel. We want to feel like we're kind of driving that ball down and through. And then let me tell you what the physics is. What happens is the ball rides up the face and then it shoots out.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So as I come through impact, I'm going to be like this. You see how the loft came in?
Yeah.
It wasn't because I was trying to help it up. It was because I delivered the club and then that ball is going to ride up that face up to what that launch angle is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely one of those things as we come through, we want to feel like we're hitting it down through. Not very good there. Ooh, taking care of everything there, right? But still want to make sure that we're down through. I hate this damn little thing on here, but anyway.
Yeah, what's the science behind having the hanger on it?
It's for a takeaway, so you get like this so people don't open it up.
Okay.
But it's really just a takeaway drill. It's the only right-handed club I have here.
Gotcha.
But anyway, we want to make sure that our low point is down, okay? So we don't want to try to help the ball up. We want to try to help hitting down through it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so, but first and foremost, let's take a look at the number 1 issue that they say, most recommended. Okay, let's watch a little video here to help us out.
We identified that in your backswing, you're not making a full turn. Sometimes this is referred to as your swing being short. This lack of turn can result in poor contact and other various issues. When we looked at your sports box numbers, chest turn and pelvis turn specifically, we noticed that they were low. We're looking to add more turn, sometimes referred to as more length, in your backswing in order to help you become more consistent.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Check out the.
Because I feel like I was so worried on my arm, because that's kind of a big thing we talked about last time. I'm really worried about the thing with just getting here extended.
Yeah, but you know the big thing I think as the little device says here a little bit, if we can get you to kind of turn a little bit, a lot of things start to happen as a natural athlete. But if I kind of get like this really short, I don't have that momentum to move forward here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's one of the big things that we kind of see right there as far as, and I think a lot of the other things will start to take care of itself.
Sure.
The scooping is something we're going to have to work on separately.
Okay.
Okay? So let me kind of get on in here real quick and kind of give you a feel for what we want to kind of do. Okay? So I'm going to jump on in here. Got an alignment rod. Very good. So, in the idea of things, okay, what we want to try to feel here, okay, is we want to feel like our pelvis gets to about a 45-degree angle and our shoulders get to about a 90-degree angle. Okay, so kind of watch.
Okay.
Okay, you see where I'm at there? Okay. Right, and now what I'm kind of doing is I'm working off of this, right? So I'm creating space as I do that. You see how I'm turning my pelvis there?
Yeah.
So the pelvis is going to be about a 45, shoulders about 90.
Gotcha.
Okay, somewhere in that range. And we start to get a greater turn, right? And then as I get a greater turn and push it in, now I can kind of go forward with ease instead of being here and then trying to help the ball up a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's put the club down for just a sec. All right, we'll put this against our chest. Okay, good work. Okay, so let's go ahead and get him set up. Good. All right. So a little flat with the turn there. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, so go ahead and set up for me. Okay, a little bit more waist bend for me, please. There you go, right? Feel like the chest is over the ball?
Yeah.
Okay, and now I'm going to kind of move your shoulders here a little bit. All right, feel where we're at there?
Yeah.
Okay, so the shoulders are a little bit more down, right?
Should I be here or should I be here?
I'd rather you be kind of right there.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're getting our shoulders a little bit down. Still a little flat, but I think once we start to kind of figure this out, we'll start loosening up a few things. Okay, so let's set up again for me. Okay, chest a little bit more over the ball. More. There you go, good. Now make your turn. All right, that's a little too much, but I like that. Good, 90 degrees. There you go. Okay, that's where we want to kind of be. Does that feel like a big turn for what we've been doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's try it again for me, please. Good. Okay, a little too much. Okay, a little less. There you go. Good. Better. Okay, good. Once again, we're going to do this quite a bit. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. So once again, when you see this thing, try to create about a softball's width away from it, okay?
Like here is like a softball's width, like that? Okay.
Yep.
Am I getting too close to it? Is that what I meant there?
A little bit, yes, sir. Okay, so, all right, once again. Okay. So here, let me videotape it for you, big guy, so you can kind of see it. All right. Once again. So here we go. Let's take a look at this. So we're definitely learning a new pattern. Okay, that's good. Okay, but as we kind of see, you see this little thing back over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Just as kind of, let's see. I think we're good. Okay, so we want to see some more space between this. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is I want you to take a look at this on my phone, go on over there. Okay, take a look at where you're at in comparison to what I'm doing. Okay? All right, so as I get on in here, right, this is what more of what we want to kind of see.
Okay, so that like it's back. All right. I see.
Right, you see how that is? Okay? So another way of kind of thinking about it, okay, if I had a, just imagine if I had like a little flag or something right here in my back side here,
Yeah.
right? And I've got this line right here. When I rotate and turn, I want this cheek or this towel right here to be on this side.
Okay.
You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What we're doing right now is if I had my keister right here is going too much.
Okay, got it.
Or just like that, right? Okay? So if I can get you to kind of turn just like this, 45, 90, right there, and get our keister over here, then I'm going to be pushing into the ground. Okay? That's the first start right there. Do you see the difference in what we were doing there? Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, partner? Okay. Try to keep some flex in that trail knee.
What do you got? Some flexing.
So as I go, see how you're locking that knee up?
Yeah. Oh, so keep it like that one.
Keep a little flex. So if I kind of did this, go ahead, set up for me. Okay? Go, turn. All right, good. Once again, here we go. See where we're at there?
Mm.
Okay, good. Again. Good. Turn and hold it for me. Okay, where do you feel pressure at?
Kind of like my waist. And
Do you feel it in your feet?
yeah,
Okay, do you feel on the inside or outside of your right foot?
on the outside.
Okay, we need to have that on the inside.
Okay.
Okay? All right, once again. Let's let that trail, that lead knee come back a little bit. So you're kind of doing this real quick, okay? So you're moving your hips that way, but it's kind of like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got to kind of feel like as I kind of go, right? Watch my trail knee here. Right? I'm trying to turn more up and down my spine here, right? As I rotate and turn, okay? And just trying to go ass back. Does that make sense a little bit? Okay.
Okay.
Let's try it again. Good. There you go. Okay.
Okay, so this one should go in a lot more.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Here we go. Once again. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
See how much more turn you can get now?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, so we can allow that trail knee. I guess I just need to give you permission to move that knee, right?
We just talked about the waist and the chest. I wasn't really sure what I was doing down here.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So allow that lead knee. Yeah, there you go. How much easier is that to turn
A
now?
lot easier.
Okay, good. That's great. Okay, let's just keep with that feel for just a minute, okay? That's a new feel for us. All right. So what was one of the big things it asked is that we need to have a greater turn. Do you feel like you're getting a greater turn when we do this? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Like before, I was just kind of going like I was focused on this.
Yeah.
Like upper body, not really lower body.
And that's fine. That's fine. We're in that learning process. Now we're getting to more of a advanced stage here a little bit for us, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. You take a video of that. Okay.
I'm doing the thing on my right knee again.
It's okay. Not so far down. Just a little bit more level than what you're doing there. Okay. Yep. Better. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay. So this is what we were doing before. See that knee?
Yeah.
You don't want to move. Right? Here we go. Yeah. It's okay. A little bit too far down there. Okay. We want to have more of a 45, but a lot of new things. Yeah, much better right there. You
Okay.
see that? So let's kind of take a look at one of the pros. So you can be like, well, this guy's not full of bullshit. Right? Watch his trail, watch his lead knee, okay? Right, you see how there's a softness, there's a bend to it, it comes in a little bit,
Yeah.
right? Allows him to rotate and turn, okay? We don't want to keep that knee outside, then this right hip can't move the way that it does, right? So if this guy doesn't move, he can't go back, right? These guys have to kind of work together. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, if he stays here, he's not going to be able to move unless you got something weird going on with your pelvis that nobody else has. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it a few more times for me, okay? Any questions right there, Joseph?
No, it feels good.
Okay, great, 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 great. Good. All right, hold it. Where do you feel the pressure at?
Again, right foot and kind of waist.
Okay, where do you feel on the left side?
Not a lot.
Where do you feel it at though?
Probably also my foot.
Do you feel on the inseam of your left foot?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So these are, what I'm trying to do is trying to get your mind anchored to a feel, okay? So when we do this drill, right, I want to feel some pressure on the inside part of my right foot closer to the heel, okay? And I want to feel some pressure on the inseam when I do this at the top, okay? It should feel almost like I'm getting kind of corkscrewed into the ground. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. Now the other feeling or sensation that we get is that this right foot almost feels like it wants to turn out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like that way.
Yes, yes. Okay, so those are things when we're out there on the range, right? Or out there just practicing or even hitting the ball, we need to make sure that we're feeling that in our swing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's keep practicing that just for a second. Okay. Good. Good. So much better. Good. Try to keep a little more flex in that right knee, just a little bit for me, okay, if you could. Yeah, right? Because that's going to allow me, right, one of the other things that it talked about was getting our weight shift forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I have this little leg kind of loaded up and sprung, I can kind of advance that weight better, right? But once I lock it up, there's really not much of a chance, is there?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's kind of take it to the next step here, okay? Let's do our turn, and I want you to turn through for me. And I want you to tell me what you feel there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still like this?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Somewhere.
Okay, so we're going to feel like we do that, and then just kind of...
I got it.
All right. That's okay. We're trying to piece it together. Good. Yeah, there you go. Much better. That's okay. That's okay. Good. Okay. Once again. All right. Good. Okay. So do you kind of notice that when you turn here and then you go, you're putting a little bit more pressure into your lead foot here?
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what we want to kind of feel. That's one of the other things that it mentioned is that we want to have a weight shift going forward towards our target.
Okay.
Right? And that's going to help with a full turn, right? Right? Big thing, get a big full turn, we're going to have a lot more momentum going forward.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's do it again for me, okay?
I locked up my leg again.
That's okay. Good. Very good. Okay? You don't need to twist that right foot. It can kind of stay here. All right. There you go. Good. No. I don't want to see this. Okay, I want to see it. So that foot's going to stay down, and it's going to be like this when we come
Okay.
through there.
Okay.
The vast majority of your weight when you come through, go through, is going to be on the outside of your foot.
Okay.
Okay? Good. Up on your toe on your right side as you come through. On your toe, on your right side.
What about?
Your toe on your right side. I need this.
Oh, okay.
Should be able to tap your toe 3 times if you need. Yes, much better. Much better. Good job. Okay, good. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good work. All right. Seem a lot easier to shift towards
Yeah.
our target now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Now, that's one drill that we need to kind of work on quite a bit. Okay, you need to work on that. I think the big thing, the revelation for us a little bit, or the permission that we got, was to allow this lead knee to come back a little bit. Okay? Remember, lead knee and trail hip go together. Okay? If this guy locks up, he's not going to turn. Right? And what was the big thing that it said? We need to get a little bit more greater turn. Okay? So allowing that lead knee to come in a little bit. Okay? And feeling like my hips turn to about a 45-degree angle and my shoulders turn to about a 90, and that's it. Okay? I don't need to try to over-rotate that or get anything more than that. Then I'm just losing my center of balance. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So, let you take a break for just a sec. I'll set up the next station for us here. Okay. Any questions right there?
No.
Okay, so we need to practice that probably about, 10 to 15 minutes a night. If we could do it twice a day, that'd be really good. Get yourself like a full-length mirror or a camera or something like that, right? And see what you're doing, right? Make sure that you're doing it, okay? Sound good?
Yeah.
No questions there, right?
No.
Great. All right, so let's kind of do this. I'm just gonna go with this guy. All right, so what we want to kind of do for the scooping, okay? I want to give you 2 types of drills here, okay? All right. One, if I put like a T in the butt of our club, okay, I'd have us drive that back down towards the T, okay? And then once I get to right about where that ball is, okay, right where the T's pointing at the ball, I want to release my hands at that point, okay? And what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm releasing my forearms and turning my body at the same time. So for me, I want to feel like I'm driving that ball down and through. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. So instead of worrying about pushing, just kind of let it go.
Correct, correct. I don't want to try to get my right hand to move up, okay? I want it to stay down, okay? If I had a pizza in my hand, right, I would smear that pizza on the ground.
Okay.
Does that make sense a little bit? So it'd be like this. You're kind of like,
Okay.
does that make sense a
Yeah.
little bit visually? Right, so here, down and through. You see where my hand is?
Mhm.
More here. You don't want it starting to go up, okay? We don't need to help it up.
Yeah, nothing with the wrist, right?
Correct, correct. So try to feel like we're maintaining that wrist angle, okay?
Okay.
So let's grab a club and give that a couple hits, okay? Here we go, good. Okay, so let's kind of work on it here just a sec. Okay, so we're getting a new move for how to turn back, all right? Good. Allowing that, yeah, good, very good. Okay. Gonna get you up just a little bit right here. Okay. Now what I want you to do is I want you to feel like you're driving that tee back down towards that back. See how we're holding that angle?
Yeah.
Okay, now as we come through here, boom, yeah, okay?
Okay.
No scoop there, right? We're driving it down and through, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's give it a shot, okay? So all we want to do for this drill here, try to help you, is just get the left arm parallel, okay? Get a good feel for this, right? And then driving that back down and through and keeping our low point ahead of the ball. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, get together. Here we go. One second. Right hand's got to be a little bit more on top. There we go. There we go. Good job.
Got it?
Keep going. It's going to take a little bit. Let's narrow up our stance just a little bit for me. Okay, there you go. Good. Keep going. Help you out here with just a little bit of feel here, okay? So sit up right there. Good. So I'm going to move you around here. There, there, there. What are you doing? You hitting it down?
Yeah.
See how you got this nice bowed left wrist right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what we're kind of looking for right there. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, so hips are going to be opening. Yeah. It's an exaggeration. I want you to understand that.
Yeah.
But this is much more the feel that we need to have with our hands ahead of the club head at impact. I don't need the club head passing the hands.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to take a little time right there. Okay. It's okay. Better. Once again, set up for me. Good. Get you up here. Good, good. Watch what I kind of do. Feel what I do.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense a little
Yeah.
bit?
So kind of like drag it.
Yeah, a little bit, right? Good, okay. Good. Let's see if that kind of works. If not, I've got one more demonstration I can kind of show you to kind of help give you a good understanding on it. Okay? Better. 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 Okay? Now, kind of released it just a little bit early, okay? Better. Okay? So, let's kind of have a discussion here and give you just a moment to kind of let that process just for a second, okay? Let me grab this here real quick. Okay. Let me jump right here in front of you, okay? Sure. All right, so I want you to kind of think of it like this, okay? if this were an oak tree right here, okay, and this is an axe that I have in my hand, right? If I were to hit this tree, okay, I wouldn't do this.
Okay.
That's a scooping motion if I put it down here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? What we want to kind of feel is if I was hitting an oak tree, right? Boom, you see how the hands lead the axe? The wood lead the axe? If I put this down on the parallel, okay? Just to give you some kind of understanding. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when we're trying to hit an object with force, we're trying to keep our hands behind, our head behind this object and our hands ahead of it. Okay? I don't want to do the reverse.
Okay.
So that makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so head's going to be behind my object, my hands are going to be ahead of it to deliver a consistent strike. Does that make sense a little bit? Okay. So let's try that one more time with just that visual and see if that starts to shine through for you, okay? Good, right? If I just said, hey, I want you to hit this like you would, you know, an oak tree, right? Think about what would you do? Batter, okay? No scoop there, is there? Good. Okay.
It's very therapeutic.
Yes, yes. Get it out, right? Okay, better. Okay, good. All right, narrow up your stance a little bit for me. Okay, good. Very good. Left hand a little bit more on top for me. There you go, thank you. Good. Okay, good. One more. Good. Okay, much better. How's that feeling for us as far as what I'm trying to get you to understand?
It makes a lot more sense now.
Okay, good. Now, the one last thing I do see a little bit here, okay, you are starting to get your angle down a lot more, but you can see that when you get into impact, the face is pretty open, isn't it? When you get on down here, the face is open, isn't it?
What do you mean the face? Oh, like the head or whatever?
Mm-hmm, yeah, the head, the face, the head. So when you're getting into impact, I see a lot of this. Right.
Okay.
Okay. What I want us to kind of do is I want us to kind of feel like we're getting more square or toe into the back. Does that make sense?
Say the last thing one more time.
Or the toe into the back. So here, let me demonstrate for you, okay? All right. So what I see right here when you're coming on into impact doing this drill, it's like this. See where the face is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Angle.
Correct. So I just want to try to, as we kind of do this, try to, you know, eliminate two things, right? Trying to drive that club back down, right? And then getting my body and arms to square it up.
Okay, that's it.
See where I'm at right there? Yeah. Okay. That's a position we want to kind of be in. You kind of take a look. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense, big guy?
Yeah.
All right. Hot here, man.
I know.
Better. Get a little bit more of that toe into the back for me.
This one?
Yep. So no, this guy. He's our toe.
Okay.
Boom. Feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want you to kind of close the face a little bit at impact. Okay.
Okay.
Better. See how it's a square club face down and in there?
Yeah.
Good. Better. That's okay. That's okay. She liked getting beat. Wow, that sounded pretty solid, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Good job, okay?
It's my first goal to get the classic sound with the driver.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Smash.
As a top, I think I told you I was a top golf last week before our first lesson. I was like, damn.
Good, man. Good. All right, so let us just hit a few balls here, okay?
Okay.
All right, just try to zone the mind out a little bit and try to focus on what we kind of worked on there just a little bit, okay? Good. I'm sure it's up there somewhere. There you go. There you go. So with that swing, what would that tell you about your club face?
It's probably too open because it went that way.
Correct. Correct. So want to focus on, right, at least with that, is trying to feel like we're getting that toe into the bag, okay? Here, let me give you a feel here real quick, okay? Set up for me. No, don't worry about the ball. Don't worry about the ball. You're good. Okay, so I'm going to kind of work on a few things. Good? Okay, good. Okay, so feel what your forearms and face are doing. Feel what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as I come through.
Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, so forearms are rotating. See how that closes the face?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't want to be doing this.
Okay.
Okay, so the forearms are going to rotate a little bit. Chest is going to turn, right? It's going to help close up that club face.
Okay.
Okay? Good. Give me a couple practice swings and feel that real quick for me.
Practice swings are good.
Yeah, feel like your forearms are rotating through. Yeah, good job. Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Get a little bit more speed out of that too, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Good. All right, let's hit a few balls, okay?
Okay.
Feel those forearms rotating. Don't be afraid of that, okay? I'm giving you permission to do so.
Permission to put holes in your walls.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. This with you real quick. I think we're getting there. Okay, like it. Okay, once again, set up for me. I'm gonna help you out here just for a sec. Okay, so it's gonna be here. All right, and then the feeling is that, feel that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the feeling that we're trying to trace after. Okay, and what I'm hoping to see is the ball start going left, and then we start dialing it back.
Okay. I see what you're
Okay?
saying.
Right, it's an overcorrection drill. So we start going left, and then we start figuring out, okay, a little less than that. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So, one more time. So for the next like couple swings here, okay, just swing up to about right here where you get a wrist cock,
Okay.
okay, and then turn on through.
Okay.
Okay, let's start small, okay, and then we can start building onto the swing, okay, but right now we just want to get a feel. So right about here, and then feel that thing turn it over. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Slow it down a little bit. You don't need to kill it. Just trying to go for a movement. Once again. Gonna take a little time. So here, let me help you out just a little bit. All right? Set up for me. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to take the club back to where it's about hip high for you and stop. Okay, good. Okay, so one thing we can kind of see here that's not helping us a little bit. You see where our face is?
Yeah.
That's pretty open.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to close the club face and you've got it so wide open. Okay? So what do I want to kind of see here for our takeaway? Set up again for me, big guy. Okay, so as we take the club back, shaft parallel to the ground, the toe should be facing just a little bit, or the face should be pointing just a little bit this way.
Okay.
See how open that is now? Okay. So now I'm going to ask you to rotate it, and you're not going to get there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be here, and then as I come through here, you won't have to rotate so hard with your arms and try to figure it out.
Okay.
Does that make sense, big guy? Okay. So just feel like your right palm's facing a little bit more down on the takeaway. Perfect. Okay. Good. Okay. Ball positions out. There you go. Good. Let's scooch up to the ball a little bit. Let's not be so far away. There we go. Good. And what we want to kind of feel again, right, is our pass should feel like we're swinging out towards that second baseman, okay? All right, here we go. Good. Set up one more time for me, big guy. Good. Okay. Go. Getting a little bit too far back. Okay, good. All right, so arms hanging down naturally. Good, very good. Left hand's got to be a little bit more on top. There we go. Now, if you kind of notice where I've got your hands, do you see where the butt of the club is pointing just left of your navel?
Yeah.
Okay. We don't want to get into a neutral position or get that butt of the club pointing behind our navel. Okay. That's going to encourage that scoop that we're trying to get away from. Okay. Okay, so you see how the hands are just slightly ahead of the ball, or maybe just in line with it a little bit?
Yep.
Okay, that's going to give us more of that descending blow that we're kind of looking for, right? Okay, once again, so as you come on back over here, good. Bring it back. Good, feel that? Feel where we're at there? Now here, boom, through. Okay. Once again, kind of help you out. Okay. Yep, good. Good. Feel what I'm doing right there?
Okay.
Okay, we're getting a little bit of a wrist hinge here, okay? We're not trying to do this. See how we elevated that club just a little bit? Good. Right, now I've got a nice angle right here with my back wrist. Boom.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Give that a shot a couple times, okay? I'll let you try to. Hey, there we go. There we go.
Finally.
Good job. Good work. Right? Got to be patient with yourself, okay? You've got to be your biggest cheerleader, okay? Good job. Good work. Good work. Good work. Okay? That's okay. You're still learning. That's great. Good job. Squared up that face, didn't we?
Yeah.
Right? How's that feeling for you right there?
It's a lot going on, but obviously that feels a lot better.
Yes, a lot going on. We're gonna sew it up here at the end. Just make sure. Good. All right. See how you're getting your face angle to close now?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Why don't you take a break for just a sec? You got some water or something?
Yeah, I should have packed one.
You what?
Should have packed it.
Oh,
I
okay.
grabbed it.
Here, let me, while you take a little bit of a break there, kind of cool down, let me kind of talk about a few things that we went over here so far, and then let you jump back in here for a minute. All right, so first and foremost, what we kind of worked on here to start off with, right, is getting a little bit more of a degree of turn back behind the ball, okay? So I think, as we said, the big thing is allowing this lead, this trail, or this lead knee to come back, okay? Typically what I see here, and it's not always the case, but you'll see most of the time, is that when people kind of turn, the knee kind of gets in line with the ball.
Okay.
Okay, maybe just in front of it, but it's kind of more in line with the ball than it is like that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as I get this knee going this way, I can't really turn. But once I allow this guy, you see how much more degree of turn I have? Okay, so we want to kind of stick there for a bit. Okay, boom. Okay, what I would do is I would get some kind of object right here, try to create some space and turn, okay, and turn around our spine. Okay, once I allowed you to understand that this lead knee trails back, I started seeing a lot more better movement patterns. Okay, and what we want to kind of feel is that hip 45, okay, shoulders will turn twice as much almost. Okay, so that's one of those things that we want to work on, especially in the mirror. Okay, now the other couple things they said was kind of shifting our weight forward and getting forward. I figure if we can kind of turn around our center, it's going to be a lot easier for me to get you to go forward. Mm-hmm. Okay, now the other thing that they really talked about quite a bit was our scooping. Okay, mm-hmm. A little drill that we can kind of work on out there on the range. Okay, what I would do is I would just get a small tee, place it, somewhere about 2 or 3 inches ahead of the ball. Okay, I wouldn't hit a lot of long shots. I'm just trying to get to where we did wrist hinge, and then try to feel like I'm got my hands ahead of the club head as I come through impact. And what I'd like to kind of do is more of get the ball and the tee out of the ground. Right? No scooping there. Okay? Or having the sensation of having a flat left wrist through impact. Okay? Not this.
Gotcha.
Okay? So, now the other thing that we kind of worked on here quite a bit, and this is just a little extra, and if we get this, that's great. But the other thing that I'm trying to get you to do a little bit is rotate the face closed a little bit, okay? What I really find is having an impact bag like this really helps us, okay? If I can get you to just kind of get up to about right here, wrist high, you can see that my weight has to transfer if I rotate my forearms into impact.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And what we can really start to see now is that we're starting to get the ball more to the left or square.
Okay.
Okay, than just being out to the right.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Any questions right there, big guy?
I guess a little bit of an irrelevant question. So obviously you've been using the pitching wedge for a while. Is it pretty much the same for most of the clubs? It's not like putting, obviously, like all the whole form and everything like that? Or?
Pretty much. I mean, 99% of it is all the same. The big thing is that where the ball is placed, right? And that's going to be the big thing. But we're still going to have this degree of turn, okay? We're still going to have to be on plane, and we're still going to have to make sure that we're delivering the ball in a descending manner with the irons, okay? Now understand, when we get to the driver, we're having a much more different swing where we're trying to swing up a little bit. So there's some different characteristics there. And a few things help us. One, with the tee, and two, it being the longest club in the bag. So those two things help us with what we're trying to do, more stay behind the ball and launch up. Okay, we're not lifting, we're launching. Okay, so that's what we got to kind of do there. Any questions of what we kind of worked on with this? I know you said there was a lot going on, so I wanted to clarify those things.
Yeah, like everything makes sense. Just processing it all and then pretty much replicating it all in one swing.
Right.
So that's just repetition and not practicing.
The other thing is, I find with a lot of my students, is that in time, with thinking about these things and having some time to practice, they start to come through. You know, so it's not just the practice part, it's the part of thinking, saying, hey, how do I get this? Where do I need to kind of be, and getting that neural network kind of going a little bit. Does that make sense? Right? So let's come on in here. Let's hit a few more balls while we've got a few more minutes, and see if you have any more questions before we break, okay?
Goodbye, man.
I know, it all flies by, doesn't it? So here, let's hit about 6 balls or so and see how you're doing, okay? Let you kind of work on those feels. Good. All right, right now, I'm glad to see that ball going to the left. It tells me that we're changing things, all right? Good swing. Good swing. Come on in. Good morning. How you guys been? Good to see you, man. Tell us how you been, man.
Good. How
Good to see you, buddy.
In the car or at home?
Let's feel like we're closing that face a little bit, okay? All right. So one thing I want you to kind of notice here, just a little bit, is don't cheat the system a little bit. So what I kind of saw there just a little bit is you're like, I'll close the face a little bit.
Okay.
Right? Try to keep a neutral face, okay? And what we want to try to focus on is as we come through impact, feeling like we're releasing our forearms, okay? Let me give you a good feel for that, okay? Once again. All right, so set up, good, good. And I'm going to take control of the club, so I want soft forearms here, okay? Soft forearms, those need to be even softer. There you go. Feel that club whipping through there? Okay? That's more the feeling that we need to kind of have there. You see how easy it is to get those forearms to rotate and close?
Yeah.
Right? But put a lot of tension in your forearms for me. I'm not really going to be able to turn that, right? Okay, so remember, you're going to generate power from your hands and arms, yes. But in the right manner, it's going to be kind of soft, more like a sprinter running down the road than a guy lifting weights. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? One has elasticity and speed, one does not.
Gotcha.
Okay? So allow your forearms to be kind of fluid, and that's going to make it a lot easier for you to close that club face. Yeah. Okay? Once again for me, buddy. Good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay? One more for me. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Down on the ground. Come on. Come on. Like striking a match down there. Come on. You got it, buddy.
Oh, that was a little too
A
much.
little too heavy, right? A little too heavy. Let's go. One more. Swing it out towards that second baseman for me, okay? One more. Swing it out towards the second baseman. So, remember, we want to have soft forearms when we do this, okay? Number one thing for what I want you to work on is your turn, okay? Getting a little bit greater turn, okay? Feeling like our hips are at 45, 90, okay? Get a mirror, okay? Those things are going to help us with a few other things of moving forward, okay? Now, the other thing that we worked on was the scooping, okay? If I can get your right forearm to feel like it's more on top, okay, as you come through, right? That's gonna close that club face, okay? But if I feel like my right forearm's staying, that's no good.
Okay.
Okay, so I wanna have this kind of feeling as it rotates and turns. Okay? Yeah, okay?
Okay.
All right, Joseph.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it, my man. If you have any questions, let me know.
Where should the tea catch here?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. And keep working on those things.
Yeah, well, I'll see you either next week or the following weekend, probably.
See, I won't be here next weekend. I'll be
Okay.
out in Orlando. It's going to be the PGA show.
Ah, okay.
So I'll be all involved in all that stuff. So I
Gotcha.
won't be next weekend, but after that, we're back up and running again.
Cool. You do actually not. I forgot I have people visiting the last weekend of. I'll see you eventually.
All right, no problem, Joe. If you have any questions, let me know.
I will
okay?
do, thank you.
Reach out to me. It looks like you got a good workout there.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend, okay? Great seeing you. Hey, big guy, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I can't complain. Nobody wants to hear it.
Alright.